Hey everybody, welcome back to another Dark Avenger comic review. Before we start the comic book review, I'd like to show you guys all the rings. That's right. All the rings since Blackest Night #1 are now out. You have the Blackest Night that came first, the Sinestro Corps, Agent Orange, Indigo, Blue, Violet, which is also known as Star Sapphire, Red, and Green, of course, my favorite, the Green. Now, that's all the rings. You got 8 rings. You guys know the comics. I've reviewed most of them that have all the rings except for Blackest Night #1, which came out before I started my comic reviews. That's where you get the black one. And yeah, okay, enjoy. One thing I did notice from last week's comic book, Adventure Comics #4, I'd like to mention this. I noticed when Mike got his Blue Lantern ring, it was different from mine. I don't know if it's a variant for just, or if there were like a few made or not, but if you can see, I don't know if it's, you can see it on the camera, I'll try maybe the sideways. You can see that my Blue Lantern ring was more of like a painted job, kind of like the Red Lantern ring, where it's a red paint job, more metallic. It's like a softer plastic, and you could tell that it was colored. It was not just regular standard plastic. So that's what I noticed, the major difference with my Blue Lantern ring. Now, I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you've had the same thing. Just like you guys know that there was, at least mine, was painted on. So anyway, yeah. Okay, so we have a lot of comic books this week. As those of you who watched my, well, not my, our Brooklyn Boys Blog TV Live special last Saturday. Hope you guys enjoyed it, by the way. But I'm not here to plug Brooklyn Boys. I'm here to do my comic books. And you know, and as those of you who watched know, there were 14 comic books last week. So this is going to be a long review, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the comics. Oh boy, am I sit back and relaxed before I do it. Before I get into that. Because we have a lot to cover. Okay, let's start off with Marvel Halo Helljumpers, the last part, Part 5. I really don't have much to say about this because if you're a Halo fan and you're a dedicated Halo fan, you get the comics. Me, I just saw the comic and said, why not? It's a good series. I didn't review the other 4 parts. Ended pretty well. I'm not going to give you guys the story because, like I said, I didn't do the other part, so it'd kind of be stupid to just give you guys the ending. Pick it up if you're a Halo fan. If not, you don't have to, and that's all I have to say on this. It was good art, nice work. If you're used to the other Halo, like if you guys have collected the other Halo comics, the other Halo graphic novels, you'll love this. If you don't play Halo, if you don't watch Halo, and you despise Halo, then this is for you. Okay, moving along. What do we have first? World's Finest, #2. Tell you the truth, I really just, it's just getting, I don't know why I'm buying this. Don't get this. I'm being honest. I looked up spoilers for the end of this series. The last part's going to have Superman and Dick Grayson Batman together. I guess they're doing this to get the regular Superman Batman ready for the continuity, because I guess after Blackest Night it's kind of going to be part of continuity from now on. So it's an okay story. You have Robin and you have Guardian in this one with Mr. Freeze. It was alright. I mean, it's the ending involves Toyman. It's all building up to the last part. The next part involves Supergirl and Catwoman. If you're interested in little side stories, I'd say get it. If not, then this is a miss. You can miss this one. It's really, it's not as interesting as I thought it would be. It's okay. Alright. You'll notice nobody else does this series because nobody likes it. I'm getting it just to have the, because you guys know I'm a huge Superman fan, so of course. Justice League Cry for Justice, #5 of 7. Pretty interesting. I don't know. I'm just getting it, like I said, to finish the set. Justice League has just gotten very boring, especially after Final Crisis. This comic is leading into, after this series is over, it's going to lead into the revamp of the Justice League of America. Well, not the revamp of the series, a revamp of the team again. And yeah, it's nice. There's a little romantic thing going on between Supergirl and Marvel Boy, as far as I know. I really didn't have a chance to really delve into this comic, so I really didn't read it that much. So I really can't give you guys like a story of what's going on. Basically, that tells you enough that this is really, unless you've been doing like me and you got the other 4 parts, it's a miss if you're not interested. It's all right. It's an okay comic. Wow. So far, 3 comics that you guys can do without. Well, here we go again. Justice League, number 39. I am making it known now. I'm giving up on the Justice League of America. Superman's no longer in it. The Justice League comic itself is dying. It is just dying. It is so boring now, it's not even funny. I'll tell you guys one thing right now. Plastic Man is dripping. You just heard me say that, right? Plastic Man is dripping. Right. The only reason I'm getting this number and I'm getting number 40 is because it is connected to Blackest Night. After next month's issue, I will no longer be collecting Justice League of America. I am very disappointed the way these series turned out. It's not the Justice League that I was collecting back when it was called JLA. This revamped version is horrible. I think that they really need to redo this series, or it's just crap. I'm sorry. I'm not enjoying it anymore. And the only reason, like I said, I would have stopped, but Blackest Night just decided to go into this. And if you buy this issue, you get the Red Lantern ring. Another reason why you might want to just grab this for this. Okay? But I'll be honest with you guys, Justice League is just not the Justice League of America I was enjoying years ago. It's just not the same anymore. When they revamped this title, they really... it happened right after Final Crisis, and it's no good anymore. There's no wonder... It's not the original Justice League. It's a bunch of people. Other than Plastic Man, it's just not enjoyable. So, I picked that up for the Red Ring, but after... That's twice. But after that, I wouldn't get it anymore. God damn you, Pepsi. Okay, another one for those of you Superman fans. Superman 694. As you can see, Mon-El has a new costume. I found this issue... I know you guys are going to go, what? But I found this issue very interesting. Mon-El goes to the Kent farm, and he talks to Martha Kent and Connor about how he's in Superman's shadow, and he's trying to make sure that General Lane doesn't just decimate Superman's name. So he's trying to uphold Superman's name, and he thinks he's not doing a good job of it. Martha Kent, of course, says, no, you are doing a good job. Connor Kent offers his help at any time, so it's good. At the very end of the comic, though, a spoiler, Mon-El loses his powers with Parasite and Bizarro going at him. Also, another little tidbit, a ring did show up in this comic, and it's not a Green Lantern ring, it was a Legion ring. Matter Muncher Lad has made an appearance. Could this be that once Superman comes back into his titles, that Mon-El might actually be going back to the Legion? I don't know, but it looks likely. So, for those of you Superman fans, you know you're picking this up. For those of you who aren't a Superman fan, if you are interested in seeing what's going on, it's a nice comic. I guess it's a nice jump on, also, because it looks like it's starting fresh again. So if you want to jump on, it's a good jump on issue also. But I'm being honest with you guys, until New Krypton is done, these titles are kind of... And so, it's up to you, but it's a really good... This was a really good one. Wow, I actually said something good. Okay. Oh! Here we go. Going into Marvel again. Spider-Man, Clone Saga, Part 3. So many people are telling me it's the same thing with a few changes here and there. Basically, this Clone Saga is a revamp according to One More Day. So it's a redo... with One More Day, take it in mind. I'm not going to say what's going on in this comic. If you haven't been buying them right along, you're not going to be buying this one. It's the halfway point. There's 3 more parts left. Basically, since I have, well, I'm getting the figure. So really fast, basically, Peter Parker decides he wants to retire so he can spend time with Mary Jane. Ben Reilly takes up the Spider-Man role, and that's where they leave it off. Get it if you want. If not, it's not a big loss if you miss it. Okay, and we will go into Part 2